Yo, what's up, man? It's Mills and Marco from Our House. We tapped in with Under the Influence with Highly Talkative. Where are you from? Man, we from a whole different parts of Louisiana. I'm from Houma.
I'm from Lafayette.
3 songs new fans need to check out, bro. Shit, we definitely doing Body Bag.
Body Bag, I say Melizia and like a little maybe 985. I don't know. 985 be hidden. That's what I'm saying.
That's gonna be the 3 for sure. What do you have planned for the remainder of 2024? Shit, we just hopped out the studio, man. My dog just jumped in the band as the full-time guitarist, so we went in there to get a new single done. And we just got buku studio time. We got a bunch of fire shows we finna be dropping, and a couple tours too. Hobbies. Alright, shit. For sure. Blowing the green, man. You know, you gotta have PlayStation. What you got, bro?
I be cooking like a motherfucker. I'm trying to start like a food truck in the future and shit. Like just go to like Florida and start a Cajun food truck. Cause I got like a generational ass cookbook from like all the way back to like the Cajuns and shit. So I'll be testing out all them recipes so I could go make some bands out there. They had somebody from here in LA make like a beignet food truck, and she's like doing the Kardashians and shit. Beignet box. Yeah. Beignet box. I didn't even know, but that was like that started here until I was in LA, and the girl I was talking to at the time used to work there, and she was like, "Oh, my boss is from Lafayette." And I was like, "What?" That's what I'm saying. The Addison Rae or whatever. Yeah. I went to high school with her cousin. She went to Kadiana.
Her dad be partying. Yeah, I heard he lit. Dream collab. Shit. Yeah, I say I got a couple, bro. Dream collab, bro. We gonna go with top 3 each. Right. For sure, Suicide Boys. You know that shit gotta happen, man. Bring Me the Horizon. And man, let's get a little Yachty in that bitch too.
I got Cardi as my number 1. Cardi would go absolutely nuts. Whether he doing the D voice card, now it don't even matter. Cause imagine like we play some hard ass shit and he comes in sounding like the Minecraft villager, like Hamza. Dude, that would go nuts. I'm gonna say Bring Me the Horizon as well. A huge influence on like my own solo music and everything like that. So like they've been playing for 20 years, haven't dropped a bad song. So you can never go wrong with Bring Me. Shit, who else? That's so hard. I had those top 2 on deck. Damn. Let me see. I'd say like. Nah, yeah. I wanna say like, yeah, fuck it, Creed. That would be sick.
What are you currently listening to? Shit, bro. We gonna say on my end, for sure, Boss Man D-Lo. I'm telling you, I wake up in the morning, that shit is on. Yeah. Throne, and I gotta say, Sade. She always in rotation, all the time, bro.
For me, I've been listening. It's a whole lot of shit. Like I've been obviously the new Cardi. I mentioned him earlier, but that shit goes crazy. I've been like getting kind of into my like hyper pop bag, like with like Laura Less and like 100 Gex and all different shit.
Deco?
Yeah, Deco goes hard. I've been banging that new Kublai Khan song. I'm getting back into my like when I was a kid, Avenged Sevenfold was like super big to me, and I'm just going back and listening to their old shit. I'm just like, man, like that's how I was when I started playing guitar. Like I would get really into a band and get really into a band for like a year, and that was all I listened to. Like that was like Avenged Sevenfold and like Periphery were like the 2 bands, and Bring Me the Horizon were like the 3 bands that happened to like on some shit. Like I flew all the way to Chicago last year to see Periphery, and it was it was crazy. It was crazy. It was a bucket list thing.
When did you get into music? Shit. Early.
Yeah.
I've always been into music though, I ain't gonna lie. Bands, rap, everything. I've always been into it. My dad, he was always into the rap and shit. Yeah. My mom was like sneaking out, fucking taking acid, going to see AC/DC. And I was like, hey, that shit kind of lit too, though. Yeah. You know?
For me, it's like I kind of have a funny story when it comes to that. Like, as far as it's funny because Our House is like a fusion of a couple different genres, and like the main genres that Our House pulls from is like I got into both of those at the same time. Like, neither of my parents were really musical. Like, my mom was like, you know, big sorority at LSU, and my dad was playing soccer in Brazil. but none of them ever really played music. And then I got a guitar for Christmas after like 4 years of begging when I was like 9. So I was listening to like the Beatles' greatest hit CD that my like grandma had or whatever. And then one time I was at summer camp and like the little bad kid that got in trouble all the time, he came up to me, he's like, "Hey man, you play guitar. You gotta get into this metal band, this real heavy metal shit. It's called Avenged Sevenfold." And he showed me the song called Nightmare back in the day. And so I went home and I couldn't remember because Avenged Sevenfold, that's big words for a 9-year-old, right? So I looked up just Nightmare on YouTube. And the first song that came up was actually Nightmare by Tyler the Creator off of, he just dropped Goblin. And so like I got into that, I'm like, whoa, he's crazy. He's eating a cockroach in the music video. So I got into Tyler the same day I got into Avenged Sevenfold, and then just kind of all came together. Like I went down the metal rabbit hole, and then like that whole Odd Future thing was like a huge like influence on the personality that I had at the time. Then the whole SoundCloud thing came out, and like Cardi and Uzi, and like I was so in the mainstream of what everybody listened to, but I was also like going home and listening to like Cannibal Corpse and like Death and all that different stuff.
Probably like 10 or some shit, bro. We had, because my parents used to have to work like 3 hours away, and so we had this little babysitter sometimes, and it was this alternative to her name, Kristen, bro. Shouts out to that's what I'm saying. Shouts out to Kristen, bro, because look, she used to spin fucking Under Oath and like Rob Zombie and shit, and I was on that line already. I was bumping hella Linkin Park and shit, so I was like, I was open to it.
Though.
Yeah,
like, I talked to all these different.
I'm telling you,
like either whether it's rappers or people who like mainly listen to rap. What was their segue into like metal? And it's always Linkin Park. Limp Bizkit, maybe Rage Against the Machine a little bit. I mean, you see Denzel Curry do that shit. That's shit. I listen to that more than the original at this point, but no, it's always Linkin Park.
Musical inspirations. Psh, we just said
all
it.
Of them? Yeah, all of them.
For real, definitely Linkin Park, man. Korn,
Deftones, for sure,
Deftones. Got the white pony tatted behind the ear.
Got the white pony phone background.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm almost there.
Shit, it really just everything, bro. Music, life. It's crazy. It's just hard not to be inspired by so much out here.
It's cool drawing inspirations from a bunch of different stuff. Like, I'll wake up one day and listen to Willie Nelson and get some shit from that. Like some old school ass country music. I mean, living in like Louisiana and like me going to LSU, surrounded by country music all the time. So like you get inspiration from that, and then you draw from what you already kind of pull from, and it just kind of makes. I feel like good music, the best music always comes from people who have like a vast majority of like different influences. Like you hear Jim and Corey from Slipknot talking about it's like, oh yeah, I just listen to Mitski now, like. And it's Jim Root from Slipknot. He's like he'll go listen to shoegaze and then go in the studio and write something like Gematria off of All Hope Is Gone.
With a bunch of rap producers that I've done seen, like 808 Mafia. Yeah. This one dude that be working with Lucky Helen. Bro, them dudes be sampling some music that I'd be like, I would have not.
That always goes back, dude. That all goes back to Gucci Mane on this like fucking deep ass cut on. I forgot exactly what mixtape it was called. I think it was the one where he like photoshopped his face on a Buzz from Toy Story. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? One of those old Gucci mixtapes. He sampled Burzum, bro. Sampled Burzum on that, and I'm like going back sometimes because when I was living in Atlanta, I was like I gotta get into it. So I went back and listened to all those mixtapes, and I'm like, is this fucking Burzum? I'm like, there's no way he sampled this shit. Bro, Gucci Mane is the king of black metal.
Here we had the real question. We got best cereal. For me, bro, it's been a hard, close battle between Frosted Flakes, you know what I'm saying, and Fruity Pebbles.
I'm gonna go out a little left field a little bit. I only have one champion, and it's Honey Bunches of Oats. I swear, I live and die by Honey Bunches of Oats. Take a little bowl of that and sprinkle some honey on top. This top 5 things ever.
Underrated music.
Underrated movie.
Oh, movie. Yeah. Boy, look at my highs. That's crazy. Underrated movie, bro. Full up. I gotta get my mind right. Bro, they got this movie called Incantation. That shit's scary as hell. I ain't gonna lie, that shit's so scary. It had me turning the light on whenever I go downstairs at night to get something to drink.
I feel like a really underrated horror movie. It's called Sleepaway Camp. It's just like really like some real 80s like cheesy ass horror shit, but it's fun. But as a nerd, I know these are like massive movies and everything, but they got hate for way too long, and I will live and die about this era of this franchise. The prequels from Star Wars. I've been rewatching it, and I'm like, why the fuck did people ever hate on these movies? This is the greatest thing.
Favorite superhero? Oh, Batman. 24/7 all day.
I'm gonna say Spider-Man.
Okay.
He's just, I don't know, like everybody has debates on like who's the best Spider-Man, and they're all good. With that being said, the greatest superhero movie of all time is still The Dark Knight, and I stand by that.
Hey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shouts out. The real know what's up, bro. Christian Bale.
Christian Bale,
I ain't gonna lie, Robert Pattinson fire though.
Yeah, he really is good.
I was shook. I was like, damn, this ain't Edward. Best meal, bro. Pasu'u. That's that. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, bro.
I'm gonna just say like etouffee. Like you really can't go wrong with that.
Bro, you can't.
That's the one thing. Like when I eventually get the fuck out of here, and that's what I'm gonna miss.
Then the shit be expensive everywhere else, and they call it fine dining.
It's like when I went to LA and they were trying to do like they had this vegan jambalaya, which was like fucking blasphemous, dude. And it was $25 for a bowl, but it had like fucking squash in it, and I'm like, this makes me like violently angry.
I ain't gonna lie. For a minute though, I was full on vegan for a little while, or vegetarian. Yeah, but now I had to come back to the light. You know what I mean?
I can't live down here in BV.
I just like food too fucking much. I still don't like eat red meat, but like, bro, like chicken, seafood, all that.
I was about to say, I'm sure crawfish season.
You know what I mean?
Crazy shit.
That shit free game.
Yeah.
Fave anime. I gotta say right now, my favorite anime, bro, is Solo Leveling. Bro, that shit fucking crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Shouts out to them. And shouts out to Crunchyroll for the interview whenever we did that. That was crazy.
I've only seen one anime. The only anime I've ever seen is Death Note. And it banged. So
bruh,
people keep telling me to watch Berserk. That's what I'm gonna watch next.
Got Ryuk on the arm.
Oh, yeah,
bro.
there you go.
You know what I mean? Shouts out Death Note, bro. That's a crazy ass anime. Yes, sir, man. Look, it's been Millie and Marco at Our House again, man. Y'all can check us out at Our House Band. Check us out on Spotify, all of that. We got mad shows and buku new music on the way.
Check out my music too. Narco Blackk, 2Ks and an underscore on Instagram. Y'all check that out.
Yes, sir. And we've been chilling, man. When Under the Influence, we're Highly Talkative. We out.